Yo, it's the kid, it's your main man here, Double H here for something new. This is league review, going around the different leagues, just giving my thoughts on the different leagues and going team by team, man. So look, man, let's start with Real Madrid, man. Loss. That was a big time L by Real Madrid. Hasn't changed anything within the league. They're still on 17 points. Equal number of points. Oh, so they're doing all right. Equal number of points with Atletico. But I think, when you're looking at that game, and I think this is what people have feared. One-man army. One-man army. Because this game showed, although, quickly, shout out to Alex Vidal. That guy gave birth to Nacho. That guy, he colored Nacho and completely gave birth and embarrassed him, man. But I think what this game showed is how important Vinicius has to be. Because remember when Madrid won that league title with Zidane, I think a few years, I think it was 2 seasons ago, Benzema did his thing. Vinicius was key. This is similar to what I talk about with Liverpool. Salah is always going to be Salah. For them to win the league, Mane has to show up. Benzema is always going to be Benzema. He's always going to do his thing. But what is going to be key is for Vinicius Jnr. to show up. Now, pain. What is pain? Pain could be many different things. It could be heartbreak. Could be you stubbing your toe. Could be having a porcupine shoved up your, you know what. Hazard can catch a break. Hazard cannot catch a break. Imagine if that was a super goal. Imagine if that goal stood and he would have saved a points for Real Madrid against Espanyol, and who knows what that could have done for his confidence moving forward. Can this guy catch a break? My lord, I'm begging you, please, can this guy catch a break? It's just messed up. But yeah, I think this is between Ancelotti and Zidane. Zidane, I think, is great in the league. He's great, and he did some really good things in the league. Based on how far Atletico were ahead and just how many injuries Zidane had to deal with, Zidane had no business taking Atletico to the last day of the season, last season. Under the same circumstances and conditions, Ancelotti wouldn't do the same. No. Ancelotti is amazing in knockouts, hence why he has 3 CLs. I think if you look at his record for AC Milan, it's not that great. As in league-wise, his league record in AC Milan is not that great. But obviously in the Champions League, they always do very well. So for Ancelotti, I'm not sure they win the league. I'm not sure whether they win the league. But if they are to win the league, they have to be much better defensively for sure. The guys that's coming for a Modric have to be helped, because every time I see Modric, I'm like, my lord, man, this guy is still playing. I'm still playing well, but still, he's still playing. But what is going to be very key is Vinicius. If they can get Vinicius to be consistently good, I believe Real win. Despite of whatever Atletico do, I believe Real win the league if Vinicius shows up. That's my belief. Atletico Madrid, man. And I want to make a plea to Simeone. I want to just make a nice plea to Simeone. I am begging you, for the sake of football, I'm a football guy, I bleed football, for the sake of football, please, let's see more of that Joao Felix. Allow him to flourish. Allow him to really express himself. But you know what? I'm gonna pull back a bit. I've been very, very abusive towards Simeone. Simeone's gonna mess up. Felix is gonna mess up. He's gonna mess up. Blah 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 blah. But Simeone is older. In Nigeria, the way they say we have to respect your elders. Respect your elders. Simeone is older. You gotta respect your elders. So my thing is, because he looked really, really good. He looked amazing against Barcelona. So if Felix just sort of matures, listens to Simeone, and just understands the defensive side, and he just is able to be very economical and really use the possession very well when he has possession, I think it makes him a better player. Because my thing is that now, once he now goes to a team that's attacking and now has the ball and so forth, he's like, bro, I already know how to use the ball excellently with such little time through a defensive team. So now I'm in an attacking team when I have more time on the ball and so forth. I don't know the kind of ability I can have. I can now pop off and say, what's up? Because we know the ability that this kid has. We know what this guy can do and how he can pop off, man. So I just hope that we can see more of that, because for Atletico, it's a strong team. They have the best squad in the league. They have the best squad in the league. But the issue with Simeone is, do you know when to go full on attack? And do you know when to now be, as Gatlock would say, the attacking virgins? Because I believe they should have won the league much earlier last season. But I think Simeone gets in his own way. Because Simeone, there are times when you should do the Simeone thing. But there are times when go out and attack. When you're 1-0 ahead, be offensive, get the second and third. And if you do that, you will win more games. I think Simeone needs to get out of his own way. But the issue is, because they won the league last season, he's going to be like, hey, this works, we're going to keep on going. And I think I could just tell from Simeone that he's a guy that will never change his, like, he's a guy that never changes his spots. He's always going to remain the same. And he's always going to be like, no, this is how we roll, and this is how we're going to go forward, man. But, I mean, we'll talk about the league afterwards. Barcelona. Here's the thing. So, their last 5 games, 2 draws, 1 L, 2 wins. They're currently 9th, 12 points, but they have a game in hand. But despite that, look, they're 9th, yes, but they have 12 points. So if they win their game in hand, they're now 2 points behind the leaders. If they win the game in hand, that's 15 points. But the game in hand is against Sevilla. I said their game in hand is against Sevilla. So here's the thing. PK is trash. We get this. Koeman, I have no idea. I don't know why Bartomeu still wants to keep him. The Usyk still has to come back. Aguero still has to come back. And those are two critical players. Luke with 2 U's is a Dutch tree trunk. Okay, I'm sorry, also, I know he's a Dutch boy, but he's a Dutch tree trunk. So, because people talk up and down about Aguero and everything, Aguero is still a good striker. He's still a good player, So, we've not seen Barcelona with Aguero in the attack. A guy who is totally different from Luke with 2 U's, can run, is faster, is sharper, is far more direct, can play with the ball, and offers a faster attack than Luke with 2 U's. You know how I feel about the Us. He I think he gets like a 91 and 92% on the eye test. He is that dude. And I will always believe in the guy's ability. So if these guys come back and you've got Ansu Fati up in that piece, and Koeman can answer the defense, yeah. But about Koeman, who about Koeman? He has to be sacked. Barcelona cannot. You know how I say, like, Real can't win the league unless Vini says what's up? Barcelona cannot win the league with Koeman in charge. No, can't happen. The sooner they get rid of Koeman, bring in a new manager, a new coach to bring a new lease of life to this team, the better. The better, because I think, yes, there are players missing, but there is enough quality as to where if this team is managed and coached better, they could still say what's up. But my thing though is, it's not as much of a crazy disaster as possible. It's just that for me, from what Laporta is saying that he wants to keep Koeman, I think it could be a horrendous disaster if Koeman is still in charge. If Koeman is still in charge, this could be a nasty season for Barcelona. I don't want to say they don't get top 4. I don't want to say that. But I'm just saying. So, at the league, I believe, look, Real still think that they're not going to last the distance, man. Sevilla, I think they're going to be in and around, because those guys are always nice and consistent, and so forth. And they've really established themselves as the part of top 4 best teams in La Liga. I think this is going to be between the two Madrids, 100%. And when last did you have a title race that consistent of the two Madrids? Because if Koeman is still in charge, Barcelona are not in the equation. So that would be very fascinating, because now because my thing is, when do they play each other? So obviously you have the El Clasico on the 24th of October, 12th of December. So the first Madrid derby is on the 12th of December. So it'll be very interesting to know what the league will look like back then. But yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. If I was a betting man, because see, people say, if I was a betting man, my money is on Atletico, because I don't think Ancelotti is as good within the league format as Zidane, and I wouldn't put money on Vini saying what's up and showing up. He's too hot and cold. So my money will be on Atletico. But Real Madrid know that Atletico will always give you opportunities. Atletico are not the kind of team that will just lead from the front. Like 2014 came down to a few games of the season. Last year came down to the very last game of the season. So Atletico are not going to win this with like 4 or 5 games to spare. That's not going to happen. And if you think about it, most La Liga title races go down to the last day. Either the second last day or towards the last day. Because I mean, last season went to the last day. 1920, Barca 82, Madrid 87. 1890, okay, 89-19, Barca said, well, what's up? Oh, actually, okay, wow. Okay, 16-17, Madrid 93, Barca 90, 15-16, Barca 91, Madrid 90, 14-50, oh, wow. 14-15, Barca 94, Madrid 92. But yes, 17-18, Barca had 93, Atletico had 79. God damn. Yeah. Oh, and then 18-19, Barca had 87, Atletico had 76. His boy Dennis would say, man, that's what you call Messi tax, man. That's what you call Messi tax. But yeah, I think it's going to be between the two Madrids, man. So guys, tell me what you think. Do you think it's going to be a title race between the two Madrids, or are we sleeping on Barcelona, or do you think that's when Aguero comes back, Aguero's just going to go ham and go crazy? Tell me what you think. Like the vid, subscribe, stay black, one love. Become a Patreon member. Get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast, to the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.